there, really generous for on-screen dialer, but I'll just wait for this to finish its customization setup. And we'll carry on talking about the specification. HSDPA 3G up to 7.2 megabits per second down and 2 megabits per second uplink. It's quad band for GSM, GPRS and Edge, and that's 850, 900, 1800 and 1900 megahertz frequencies. Built-in Wi-Fi 802.11b&g, Bluetooth 2 with EDR and A2DP. Say 3.5mm audio jack, which we've already mentioned. Built-in GPS, which is AGPS ready. Micro SD card, as I say, mentioned on the back already. That supports officially up to 16 gig SDHC, but again we suspect that 32 gig would probably work as and when they're available. Built-in FM radio, as I say, touch sensitive buttons just below the display there. 5 megapixel camera, forward facing VGA camera. Dimensions, for those of you that are interested, is 115mm from top to bottom, 62 or 63mm nearest damn it wide, and then 12mm thick, so quite slim as you can see there. Inevitably people are going to compare this to the iPhone. A lot of people are actually already calling it the iPhone killer. So in comparison to the iPhone, you can see it's fairly similar in terms of size. The iPhone being slightly narrower there, as you can see, not a lot in it, and very similar in terms of actual thickness. On paper they are very similar in terms of weight as well. The iPhone's about 147ish grams and the Touch HD is 156. Also interestingly, the HTC are providing 2-year warranties on many of their devices at the moment, which is a real good thing to see, as you know, obviously 1 year is pretty much standard. And let's just compare to the Touch Diamond. You can see it's quite a bit bigger, significantly wider than the Diamond. Similar thickness. Interestingly, it doesn't seem to be a lot of difference in terms of weight. The Touch HD obviously that bit heavier, but not a great deal heavier. Okay, and finally, after the customization has finished installing, we get to the TouchFlow 3D display, which is similar to that we find on the Touch Diamond and the Touch Pro, but obviously this is the HD version. Immediately I can see that the screen is unbelievably clear. That 800 by 480 is doing wonders with this display. And that 3.8 inch diagonal, it's very generous. It's going to be great for watching movies. Let's just take a quick look through. We have obviously the home, we have people, so we can set up favourite contacts, we have messages for text, then we have email where various accounts can be added, obviously nothing here at the moment. Then we have internet with our browser, which is Opera 9.5. Then there's YouTube. They then have our stock quotes. I wonder if that is prompted by the inclusion of that within the iPhone. And have the camera, videos, and photos. And we can actually zip through those and tap on one. As you can see there, it's actually rotating when I do that, obviously quite incorrectly in this case. But that, as I say, that display is unbelievably sharp and clear. Very impressed. So let's go back. We then have music, and there are a couple of tracks already on the device in the ROM. We have the weather, which you won't find just at the moment because there's no SIM card or Wi-Fi set up. We have our settings, again very similar to the Diamond, including an about at the bottom there, which tells us the version that we're on. And we can customise our tabs, and we can rearrange their position, set sound settings, synchronization, communications, various other things. And then we have our programs buttons. Now, again, this has evolved slightly from the Touch Diamond, so instead of just having 9 or so buttons instead of having the 9 buttons there, we actually have a list that we can scroll through, and we can obviously add programs. There seems to be quite a few spaces there for various programs to be added, and then we can go right back to the beginning. What you obviously can't tell when I'm doing this is every time I touch the screen or use any of the buttons, there is actually like a haptic feedback, and there's a small sort of vibrate within the device every time I touch the screen. If we just go into Start menu, have a look at the installed programs. Pretty standard stuff from the face of it. We can see that there's Google Maps, there's Jet Set Print, so that we can print via Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, hopefully. And you've got Windows Live. Interesting, that's actually taking a little bit of a while to draw that part of the screen there. And there it catches up. We've got Wildcard Mobile, which is an excellent application. Remote desktop is included. FM radio, quick GPS, obviously Opera browser, MP3 trimmer for making your ringtones. It'd be interesting to see whether or not Orange on their device remove Windows Live Messenger. Kind of suspect that they will. And if we go into the settings menu, again, very standard things for your buttons and inputs. You got your system menu, volume control, G-sensor settings, external GPS settings, regional settings, TouchFlow 3D, Windows Update, memory. Nothing in here to actually mention the external TV connector. As I say, we don't think that it's capable, but we are waiting for that to be confirmed. Finally, on the connection screen, you've got Wi-Fi, USB to PC, advanced network settings, COM Manager, and COM Manager again, very similar to that we find on Diamond. So overall, great design so far. This is as far as I've played with the device already. I haven't had a look at it prior to now. I'm going to be looking at it over the next couple of weeks, but obviously we're going to have a review online as soon as we possibly can. Going to be sort of getting to grips with it the rest of today, and over the next couple of days we'll have a review online for you. Thanks once again to Clove Technology for supplying us with a review device, and as I say, the review will be online rather soon.